All right, everybody, we are back. We have an entire case of Foundation Play Boosters. The whole case market value is going to be $788.85. Each box roughly $126. We're going to be cracking this bad boy open over the next few days and seeing how we do. Keep track of everything with the TCG Player app over there on the right. And we're going to cut the case and grab our first box for today. Foundations, great staples of Commander, especially Commander. Great staples of Commander. We're going to go ahead, open this bad boy up, rip all the packs. Got 36 packs. 36 packs today. And we are about to be off to the races. Destack these guys real fast. Obviously, some of the bigger chases, bigger staples, right? Like Omniscience, Muldrotha. Love me some Muldrotha. My Muldrotha deck will love it if we pull some special stuff. Since we're going to get right into it, we're going to go ahead and give it a little fixaroo there. We are off with pack number 1. Recently opened up an entire case of Bloomborough. If you're interested on how that went, you'd have to go look. Ruby Daring Tracker, Burnished Heart, Quick Strider, Flamewalk Phoenix for number 1, Soul Shackle Zombie for number 2. Can't scan the foils, and that's okay. Windscarred Crag and the Goblin Token. We don't scan the foils as we go, just scanning rares or mythics. Just kind of keep track of how we're doing. Big Fin Bouncer, Fleeting Fight, Burglar Rat, Llanowar Elves, very solid staple there. Campus Guide, Pilfer, Mischievous Mystic, Reinforcements, Inspiring Call also does really well. Slagstorm for the rare in this pack, and then the Coma World Eater Borderless. The Coma World Eater Borderless. Didn't expect that one to show up. Let's go ahead and give her a scan. $5 there, $4.99. Then our foil, Swamp, and Kato the Cunning Infiltrator for the token. Kato, any of the specialty tokens tend to do well value-wise. We're not going to sit here and scan them all, especially since the double-sided ones can be a pain in the butt with the scanner. But that's okay. We're just doing this for a little bit of fun, a little bit of tracking as we go into pack number 3. Dazzling Angel, Firebrand Archer also does really well value-wise, especially for a common. Dauntless Veteran, Overrun, Juggernaut, Dragon Trainer, Scrawling Crawler. There we go. Not any of the special extended. Witness Protection for the foil. Swiftwater Cliffs, also foil, and another Goblin Token. A lot of great lands in the Foundation set. Some sets have, like, real shit lands, while other sets just are stacked with lands. Strix Lookout, Vanishing Light, Goblin Borders, Bacon to Pie, Broken Wings, Uncharted Voyage, Quick Draw Katana, Hero's Downfall. Oop, pulled way too many there. Sarah Angel, Uncommon, Rune Scarred Demon. Great for those Angel Demon decks. Bushwhack Foil, Bloodfell Caves, and then non-signature Art Lemur Zombie card. Actually off of Preposterous Proportions, but that is Zombie Lemurs if I've ever seen it. All right. Runescarred Demon, definitely good for few commander decks. Crypt Feaster. 1 second here. Crypt Feaster. Stomper, Big Fin Bouncer, Fleeting Flight, Sower, Aegis Turtle, Involuntary, Battle Song, Divine, Imprisoned in the Moon, Sky Knight Squire. Twin Flame Tyrant Mythic behind it. We'll go ahead and give that one a scan. 2309. Not bad at all. Full land swamp and the food token. Doing okay so far through the first 12. We're not through the first 12. We're only on like 5 or 6. We're on 5 or 6 and already sitting pretty, especially with the Twin Flame Tyrant. X-Guard, Infestation, Beastkin, Valerian Terror, Prideful Parent, Gold Vein Pick, Elvish Regrower, Bolt Wave, Fishing Pole, Archmage of the Runes, and Fanatical Firebrand behind that for our foil. Jungle Hollow, Elf Warrior token. So we're doing 36 packs a day for 6 days. We're going to open an entire case of Foundation here. Burglar Rat, Llanowar Elves, Strix, Vanishing Light, Goblin, Bacon the Pie, Treetop, Secluded Courtyard, Fiery Annihilation, Joust, Essence Scatter, another solid one, and Electro Duplicate for our rare Shivan Dragon foil behind it. Shivan Dragon and foil's not bad. The foil forest and a rat token. Only thing I try to do when I'm opening packs is keep the foils separate from the non-foils and then tokens and art cards separate from the rest. Generating Blast, Eaten Alive, Grow from Ashes, Mocking Sprite, Icewind, Braid, Needle Tooth, Seismic Rupture, Aetherize, Arabo, the First Fang, the Cat Avatar, Arabo, Sower of Chaos and Foil, Island, and Goblin Token. Spent a couple of days opening an entire case of Bloomborough before this. We're going to be doing the same thing with Foundations, the whole case over the next few days. 1 box a day, 6 boxes to a case. And then, not sure what set we're going to move on to after. Vampire Nighthawk, maybe Outlaws of Thunder, Painful Quandary for the rare, and then the Borderless Linda, Saint of Dusk. Nice double rare pack here. See if we can get it to scan. It might not like that little bit of glare. Gave us 345 for the Alinda. Imprisoned in the Moon foil. Full Swamp. And then non-signature Bloom Tender. Pack number 10. Pack 10, 36 in total. Well, we know it's partially a cat token. Goblin Surprise, Stab, Gnarled Colony, Healer's Hawk, Evolving Wilds, another staple for Commander, Gleaming Barrier, Mischievous Mystic, Resolute Reinforcement, Inspiring Call, should do well, Zul, Asher, Lich Lord, rare, Heir Apparent foil behind it, Tranquil Cove, and Elf Warrior. Only problem with a lot of the dual lands out of Foundations is the whole enter tap, right? But they also can't all be classic dual lands. Beastkin Ranger, Valerian Terror, Squall Rallier, Blast, Eaten Alive, Fanatical Firebrand, Elf, Billowing Shriek Mass, Frenzied Goblin, Balmore Battle Mage Captain, okay, getting there, Savannah Lions, and the Swiftblade Vindicator in standard art. Billowing Shriek Mass for our foil. Blossoming Sands for land. And Rabbit Token. What was on the other side of the rabbit? It was cat. It was rabbit and cat. All right. We are on pack 12. 1/3 of the way through already. Art card. Fake Your Own Death, Bite Down, Refute, Make Your Move, Pilfer, Witness Protection, Empyrean Eagle, Elephant Ink Mage, Nassian Horn Beetle, Stroke of Midnight, and Vivian Reed Planeswalker. Pulled the mythic rare Vivian Reed. Nice, not bad. Vampire Soulcaller after that for the foil, and a foil Windscarred Crag. Was it Bloom Tender, I believe? Fey Bloom. Fey Bloom. I don't know why I said Bloom Tender. Maybe it was just some wishful thinking. We get in the pack 13. Lucky number 13. Lucky for some. I guess it's unlucky for others. Lucky for some. Make your move. Crackling Cyclops. Marauding Blight Priest. Bushwhack. Light Shell. Cathar Commander. Soul Shackled. Gold Vein Pick. Overrun. Juggernaut. Dragon Trainer. Here we go. Here we go. Dracuth. Maw of Flames in the rare slot. Our Electro Duplicate rare in the foil slot. That's not bad at all. Swiftwater Cliffs. Nice pack here, especially with a little food token on the end of it. Alright, we're rocking the art card. Crackling Prowler. Runaway. Felidar Savior. Thrill of Possibility, another great value card. Dauntless Plunder. Spitfire Lagic. Slumbering Cerberus. Ajani's Primate. Ajani heavily featured in the set. And then High Society Hunter for the rare. Bringing in an extra 68 cents there. And a full art Plains out of Foundation foil. And then the Goblin Borders. Art card. Look, definitely trying to keep an eye out for those signature art cards. One of the things I like to do is collect one of each signature card in a set. Courteous Goblin. I know they're not useful for anything, but just kind of part of the hobby I like. Treetop Snare Spinner, Sanguine Siphoner, Seeker's Folly, Elvish Regrower, Bolt Wave, Fishing Pole, Raise the Past, rare, and the Aegis Turtle foil. Full art Plains with the Johnny there, and then the Dragon token to finish us off. The Dragon token, I think, goes for 30-40 cents. Not bad for the token variety, although there's several tokens out there you can get real money for. Dywin's Elite, Elementalist Adept, Luminous Rebuke, Boarhound, Hungry Ghoul, Giant Growth. Remember when that was all the rage in Standard? Evolving Wilds, Offer You Can't Refuse, Cat Collector, Redwing Scavenger, and Homunculus Horde. Homunculus Horde rare and Mischievous Pup foil. Not feeling bad. Scoured Barrens. And the Great Worm. Willed Great Worm art card. We are getting through this first box. Not doing too bad. Currently at 49.30. Not even halfway through. Burst Lightning. Macabre Waltz. Crackling Prowler. Runaway. Felidar Savior. Fanatical Firebrand. Twinblade. Twin Guiltleaf Dean. Zombify. Runescar Demon again. Second pull of the Runescar with Omniscience. Mythic rare behind it. Runescar bringing in $1.49 and Omniscience at $23.92. Courageous Goblin and foil, Plains, and Vivian Reed. Definitely feeling pretty good right now. About 120 or so, I think 126 for the market price of the box. We're in a real good spot at almost the halfway point. Erudite Wizard, Dazzling Angel, Firebrand Archer also does very well. Crypt Feaster, Elfsworn Giant, Gleaming Barrier, Raisin, Vampire Gorman, Rune Sealed, Goblin Negotiation, Sylvan Scavenging, and Reclamation Sage Borderless Foil. Very nice pull there. I can't scan it because of the foil, but Reclamation Sage brings in a pretty penny. Forest and a non-signature art card. Crawling Crawler. One second. I put a token in the wrong spot. And now I got to fix it before I forget. All right. I think we're right at the halfway mark now. Only got another 50 or so to go for the market value of the box. Galarian Terror, Squall Rallier, Generating Blast, Stab, like I did last time, Evolving Wilds. After each video, the next video, I'll update the pool list. So that I'll say, hey, we had a little correction, it misscanned something, anything like that. Break Hatcher for the rare. And the Quilled Great Worm, standard art for the mythic out of this pack. Nice little double hit there, especially with that Quilled Great Worm. Bringing in another $5. Mocking Sprite Foil, Mountain, and the Felidar. Felidar art card, Felidar Savior. Just over halfway now. Little over. You know, we're rocking a token at the back of this one as we fake our own death. Making a move. Elfsworn Giant, Pilfer, Guarded Air, Mild-Mannered Librarian, Reassembling Skeleton, Heartflame, and Celestial Armor rare. Tatoya in foil. Again, not going to be able to scan it, but Tatoya definitely has its place in the landfall commander scene. Might not be your commander, but it's probably included in your landfall deck. Drawing a card off of a landfall is never bad. Eaten Alive, Gnarlid, Refute, Witness, Campus Guide, Swiftfoot, another commander staple there. Swiftfoot, Boots, Heroic Reinforcements, Bulk Up, Franco Mob Boss, and Juggernaut Foil. Franco at $1.34. Full Art Island, and a Rabbit token. It's one of my favorite things. So, like, I don't play a ton of Standard, but in Foundations, there's a lot of Commander stuff. A lot of cards that are great for Commander out of Foundations. Fairy Thespian, Vampire Gorman, Rune Sealed, Goblin Negotiation, Dauntless Veteran, whoop, and Coma World Eater. Not the borderless or anything like that, but it's still going to bring in a little bit for us. We know that. If it wants to scan, let's go ahead and turn that off. And it is not a whiteout. It thinks it's a whiteout, so we'll end up adding that one in and recalculating on the next video. Ambush Wolf and Island Foil with the cat token. Did this with the Bloomborough, opening a box a day until we opened the entire case. And then at the end of the case, I looked through some of our top hits and say what I would pick to be a commander and kind of how I would build that commander a little bit. Stronghold Box, Strong Box Raider, whoops, Strong Kirks, Blood Thief, Refute Borderless, Refute and a Borderless, and the Atali Primal Storm Borderless. What a pull there. A double Borderless pull out of the same pack. Let's go ahead and give them a quick scan. Sometimes the Borderless doesn't love us. And No love for the refute. The Itali. Give it a shot. Itali comes in at 817. Prideful Patient in the foil. Swamp. And then the Omniscience art card here. All right, pack number 24. We're just about done. The first 2/3 of the first booster box of the case. Vampire, Ambush Wolf, Think Twice, Firing Paladin, Burst Lightning, Macabre Waltz, Affectionate Indrik, Buccaneer, Eruk's Uprising, Preposterous Proportions, Rare, Eloquent Sky Mage for the foil, Rugged Highlands, and the Zombie Token. We get into the last third of the box. Strix Lookout, Vanguard, Goblin Borders, whoop. Infestation Sage, Grow from the Ashes, Valerian Terror. I remember when that was all that was being played in Standard. Balmore Battle Mage, Ravenous Amulet, and Seer Slicer Goblin. Nice pull, especially when you look at like the borderless hits and things like that. Seer Slicer does very well for itself. In Standard, it only lands that $1. Signature art card for Arabo the First Fang. There's our signature. Pretty sure I did not have Arabo, so now I'll get to add it to the stack. Starting right off with the Llanowar Elves. Never going to complain about the Llanowar. Banishing Light, Axe Cavalry, Bacon to Pie, Broken Wings, Prideful Parent, Heartfire, Micromancer, Strongbox Raider, Stormkirk Blood Thief, and here we go. Lunar Insight Rare with the Strix Lookout foil behind that. Strix Lookout, Mountain foil, or full, and then the Human Token. Would love to see a Muldrotha. Probably Muldrotha would probably be one of my favorite pulls here. Wall Rallier, Stab, Beastkin, Mocking Sprite, Hunter, Spitfire, Icewind again, Diagraph, Heraldic Banner, Spectral Sailor, Genesis Wave, Standard Art, and behind that we're going to pull a Niv Mizzet Visionary, Niv Mizzet, Mythic Rare, pulling out of Foundations at 742 for a Standard Art card, Luminous Rebuke, Tranquil Cove, and then the Sylvan Scavenging art card. Niv Mizzet, one of my least favorite commanders to play against. I have a few different friends that have played a Niv Mizzet, and while it's not the Visionary, it's also just not my favorite. Like, I already feel some heartburn coming on from just pulling a Niv Mizzet. I already feel dirty, a little dirty. You know, Exemplar of Light for the rare in this pack. Slumbering Cerberus in the foil. Thornwood Falls foil. And then the Goblin double-sided token there. Goblin Surprise. Eaten Alive. Gnarly Colony. Refute. Healer's Hawk. Sure Strike. Fanatical Firebrand. Offer You Can't Refuse. Does do well value-wise. Dreadbring Scavenger. Brazen Scourge. Ashroot Animist for a rare. Eaten Alive foil to back it up. And Dismal Blackwater with the Fairy token. 6 or 7 packs to go left. Just 6 or 7. Home stretch territory. Macabre Waltz. Crackling Prowler, Run Away, Felidar Savior, Thrill. Thrill's definitely a standard. Shivan Dragon, non-foil. Diagraph Ghoul, Spectral Sailor, Lathril, Blade of Elves. That's going to be another 50, 60 cents there. 40, Nessian Horn Beetle, Plains, and Food. Let's see, 2, 4. This is packs 6 left to go. This is the 6th one. Giant Growth, Dazzling Angel, Stower of Chaos, Burglar Rat, Firebrand, Reclamation Sage has been around for a long time. Good Fortune Unicorn, and Elvish Archdruid. Other elves get +1/+1. Great for an elf deck, especially when it comes to Commander. Another one of the archetypes that like I'm just not the biggest fan of because I've lost to it so many times. Hungry Ghoul, Elite, Elementus, Rebuke, Gorehound, Gutless Heir Apparent, Nighthawk, Joust Through, Essence Scatter, Paladin, Planer, Trailblazer, and Foil, followed by Progenitus, Mythic Rare, not the borderless, still one of the top hits of the set. Think Twice, Jungle Hollow, and Rat. It's already going to be hard for me to be like, how do I not pick Progenitus? Apothecary Stomper, when we get to the end of the entire case and we compare what we hit, I just pick out which one I would build a commander off of and kind of how I would play that commander. Wildwood Scourge, Baybloom, Meteor Golem, does very well. Destroy non-land permanent. Spinner of Souls, and Bulk Up. Full Art Island, and a non-signature Swamp. Although it's got Lillian in it, it is a Swamp Art card. Alright, we're dealing with a token on the back. Erudite Wizard, Dazzling, Sower, Burglar Rat, Witness Protection, Perforating Artist, Billowing Shriek Mass, Frenzied Goblin, Grappling, whoop, Solemn Simulacrum. Definitely a great pull. Done very well for itself in Commander, along with this card, Llanowar Elves in foil, Bloodfell Caves, and Elf token. 2 to go. Final 2. Well, we know it's a dragon token in the back with an Uncharted Village, Vanishing Light, Axguard Cavalry, Bacon the Pie, Broken Wings, Aegis Turtle, Quick Draw, Guarded Air, Mild Mannered Librarian, Reassembling, and then Kaikar Zephyr Awakener Rare. What do we have behind it? We've got Lathril Blade of the Elves, Borderless, bringing it up at the end. See if we can get the borderless to scan. 663 for that one. Erudite, Wizard Foil, Swamp Fool Foil, and there's our Dragon token. Lathril definitely helping us out there right at the end. Market value for this one's just under 100. Or just over 100, I should say. Signature card, probably only one per box, more than likely. But we don't believe we'll pull a signature. It's an Art Series card. Involuntary Employment, Gold Vein, Infernal Vessel, Rogue's Passage, Eager Truffle Snout, Shivan Dragon, and Thousand Year Storm. Thousand Year Storm to finish us off. The last pack, Scavenging Ooze Foil. Not going to scan it. Scavenging Ooze. Pulling the rare in the foil slot always feels good. Blossoming Sand. And then Yada, Font of Hope art card. Well, that is it for box number 1. Hope you guys have fun. We will be coming back tomorrow for box number 2.